back on WCEG Wood, and I'm here still with the lovely Natasha Pearson. How are you?
Yes, I'm well.
I'm enjoying this conversation.
I am too. I'm having a good time.
So we've been talking a lot about relationships because you was involved in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
That was was it a complicated part of your life, or was it just a surprising part of your life? Did it take you through any?
You know what? It was kind of complicated, and it was different because, like I said, if you go through something like that, it's normally, within your neighborhood or whatever. But if you go through something like that and it's everybody knowing, and then they're talking about you, and literally, of course, I tuned in because I wanted to know, and
really
so no, but after that though, binge watched and still do. I actually like the show. So, but anyway, so I watched, and although they weren't naming names, I felt some type of way because they were, of course, discussing me, and then they're discussing the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? So like you want to throw something at the TV, or you like, no, that's not true. That didn't happen. And even when I continued to read stuff about it, it was just so wrong. I'm like, I'm telling the people, like, does the story even make sense? Like, if you read something that's not fluid, it doesn't make sense because it's not right. You know what I'm saying? So if you're sitting there and you're reading something like, oh, she's a sugar daddy, sugar mama, then it says something like, but he paid for everything or whatever. Like, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Did you ever get a call from the network?
I did not. Mm-mm. I did not.
That's surprising because they love drama.
Yeah.
They usually call like, hey,
no. It was a lot going on during that time, and there was a lot of people in my ear during that time. There's a lot of people that wanted to be around and hook up this and talk to them, and it was just too much for me. So I didn't want to talk to anybody else. I didn't want to deal with anybody else.
How did people find out it was you? Because you was never in the
Well, when it happened, I was doing the show, the hosting, but when it happened, I reached out to someone. Since I am behind the scenes, I knew some people for PR so that I could tell what really happened. Right. So when I told what really happened, it wasn't published right. You know what I mean? It wasn't what really happened. And so when it went on to the show, of course, it spread more and more. And I'm just like, that is not what I said. That is not what happened. And that is not my age. It was just so many that is not that I was just like, I'm not talking to anybody else. I'm just not, because it's just what they wanted to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and even like you said, the network or whatever, I don't know what happened, but you literally can Google my name and you can't find me.
Right.
So at all, you can't. So
wow.
I have no idea.
That could be a good thing.
It could be good, it could be bad, but I mean, being that I'm doing what I'm doing, I like to be found.
Right.
Yeah. So it could be good, it could be bad, but I think that the Lord knows what He's doing at all times. So at all times, He has my best interests at heart, and I do believe that I'm protected. So.
Right. So we talked about some things that you like about it. What is some turn off? Like
Lord.
Turn off right off the
It's
bat.
too many. It's too many. I do not like an overbearing man. I don't like insecure men or women, by the way, but I don't.
I've been hearing that a lot from women lately, that some of these men like really insecure. I had a woman say that to me not too long ago.
I don't like, I think that, people have their own insecurities to deal with outside of being in a relationship. Like, you already have your insecurity about your appearance or about whatever it is. So you definitely don't need a relationship to come in and then he's insecure. Now you got to deal with it. It's just too much to me to have someone that's insecure. But when it gets to the point where they don't trust you and they want to watch you and do different things like that, that's definitely a turn off. It's definitely a no for me. And I just don't like nasty, you know, people that's unkept.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Insecurity is a huge thing for me.
Yeah.
Because in the industry that I'm in, I usually play a boyfriend, a husband,
something right?
Like
yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't write the script, like,
now, if she's that insecure, then she really need to be by herself.
Yeah.
You can't. How are you gonna have an actor boyfriend and he can't even kiss on scene, or you know what I'm saying? Right. It's not. No. Yeah. I just sometimes I feel like I was born to just be alone. You know what I mean? Not in a relationship. I don't want to have to go home to answer to you if you're insecure, because those questions never stop. Right. You can't feed insecurity enough. I don't care how much you cook, you can't feed it enough. It's not enough. You can't. They're going to ask you one thing, and then later on it's going to lead to another question that you didn't answer. I thought I answered that, and then you're arguing. It's too much. So insecurity is definitely number one turn off.
Yeah, that's the number one for me. I went through that for a long. I was married to someone like that. Ooh. And it was very, very hard.
Trust me, I know. I was married, and unfortunately for me, my husband was. We kind of grew up together, so it was a little bit better. I think it's better when you kind of know each other. You know what I mean? Right. I know where you come from. You know where I come from. I think that's a lot better. But when you meet someone that you don't know, I think that people always bring their baggage into new relationships. And that's horrible, because when you bring that baggage, and maybe you couldn't trust your last wife or whatever, you bring it into the next relationship. It's not going to last.
All right. So do you ever, plan to get married again? Is that something? Because I know some people be like, I don't know.
I just broke off an engagement, actually. So I was engaged for 9 months. So 9 whole months. So I'm still with the person. Okay. I broke it off, but it's like you have to teach a person how to treat you, and they at the same time need to teach you how to treat them sometime. And so I didn't feel like the engagement was right. It was wrong. A lot of people against it, and we just not ready for that. So I did break it off, but I didn't break the relationship completely off.
Okay, so maybe just need to get some more time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And that's huge for me, because I feel like in order to be with somebody, if you be with them, your relationship will bless other people. And
right.
When people see you together with somebody else, they be like, okay,
yes,
that's how I want. That's
right. And that's what I'm saying about it doesn't have to be understood.
Right.
Your relationship with a person don't have to be understood to other people. Right. So there's people who cheat and do different things, and people wonder why you're still with them. Like I said, your love language may be different, or this person, you trust that person with your life. You may not trust him because he's cheating or whatever, but you trust him with your life, and you know that if something happens to you, he gonna be right there. When you open your eyes, you got surgery or whatever like that, he gonna be right there. And that's what I'm going through. I'm dealing with, he's right there. My friends could attest to it. He's right there, literally, right there. So, and I love it. So, I mean, he shows me that love is an action word. If you love someone, you don't put anything above me besides the good Lord, and you show me that you love me. Don't just tell me. It's an action word.
Well, yeah, and I believe love is about sacrifice.
That's right.
Because, like, God gave his only begotten Son to save us from our sins. That was a sacrifice. When you love somebody, you sacrifice.
That's right. But I think honestly, I think that's the ultimate test as far as why we are here, is to learn actually what love is. Like, it's not about like material things. It's to learn what love is, or to teach what you know of love, what it is to be. You teach other people. So I do think it's unfair, like everybody think, when people die early or you feel like they snatched away or whatever. But I mean, we as sure as you're born, you're gonna die. So I think that maybe they serve their purpose of what they were supposed to do here. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's how I try to look at my son's father's passing, and maybe I was supposed to raise them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know. I just feel like the ultimate thing here is that we need to all learn how to love and lead with love and show that it's an action word. I do believe that.
Right. Do you feel like some people make it hard for you to do that?
Oh, I do think
and I think that's when the greatest amount of love comes into play.
Because some people never experience love.
Right.
And so while you have to fight to love them, they don't understand because they never received it.
But see, that's why I feel like being in a relationship, you should know a person's past. You should know a lot about their past.
A fact.
You should know
a lot.
Their relationship with their parents.
Yes, you have to know it.
These things are very important because
that's right. It's true. Yeah. Like I know a person that didn't have a relationship with their mom, and they never, the little things that we would think is normal, they never experienced. You know, they may have never had a birthday party, or like their mom never took them to a dentist. You know what I'm saying? Like ever. So it's like, you like, what? Just hearing it is like, what kind of mama did they have? You know what I'm saying? So you should know a person's past, even women.
You know, I did a show before, and I had a female co-host just to come on. Because every now and then I have somebody come on as a co-host, and it was a show with men, and it was Father's Day. It was a Father's Day show, and we were talking about our relationships with our children, and we were talking about how much we love our daughters and stuff. And my co-host, who was a female, she couldn't relate to it because she's never had a father who just loved. She said her father was always away working. He never showed her no affection, things like that.
Trust me.
And it affected, like, all the way to the day. This woman is in her 40s, and she's still affected by it.
Well, I had a situation where there was a little girl. She used to run away to my house, and she came to my house one day, and her hair was cut all off. So she worked with my daughter. Her hair was cut off because her dad was molesting her, and he cut her hair off because at the time it was punishment for her because he thought she was cute or being grown or whatever it was, and she ran away to our house, and the mom was pretty much just not believing it. She wasn't believing her. But it was a long process, but she could not relate to having a good dad. No, she couldn't relate. Of course you can't relate. You're bald. This man's coming in the room touching you every single night, and your mother is acting like it's not happening. Right. So if it was a Father's Day show, she absolutely couldn't relate.
Okay. And so did you have, like, so you said you have a great relationship with your parents, or?
I have a wonderful relationship with my mom. So I have a stepdad who's stepped in and who I consider to be my dad. My father, so when I was younger, my father wound up remarrying. Okay. And so that was a horrible time for me because I was jealous of my dad's new wife. And so that I found myself in that same situation, going through the same thing as I got older, that I put his wife through. Okay. So the whole time that I'm thinking is his wife, it really was not his wife, it was him. So, but I'm thinking like, she's taking my dad, he's not coming on the weekends like he used to, and all these different things. But I was blaming her for taking my dad, and she wasn't. She actually was helping my dad, made my dad better, the whole nine. But I blamed her when I was young. Right. And now that I'm older, I go through some of the same things. But I had a great relationship with my real dad. I have no idea where he is right now. But my stepdad is who I consider, he stepped in when I was like 2 or 3 years old.
Wow. You know, and I feel that kind of gets me at times because I have three kids, like I mentioned earlier, and I cannot imagine not being in their life, especially my little girl. My little girl now, she is a daddy's girl.
So what happens when you get married?
Man,
trust me, I know what's gonna happen because I was her. I was the little girl. I literally was so jealous.
Really?
I was jealous. I was hateful, and I just did not. I didn't understand what was really happening, but I didn't like her for whatever reason. Anyway, she wound up passing away, and I was so like not like sad. I wasn't, I was just like, okay, but he was sad, and then I felt as I got older, I'm like, oh, I'm so mean. Like, I cannot believe I treated this lady that way. And like when I would go visit, she would fly out of town, and I'm like, why she got to go out of town every time we come to visit or whatever? She would go out of town just simply to give us time with our dad.
Right.
But we looked at it like she didn't like us either. Daddy, okay. She don't like us. She don't want to be around us. I just had it all wrong.
Wow.
Yeah. And your baby girl.
Now my daughter, when she was born, I was talking to my real estate agent one day, and when she had came over because we was talking about buying a new house or whatever. She sat on the sofa next to me, and she was laughing. I said something, she laughed, and she touched my leg like this. And my daughter saw it. She was playing with her toy, and she saw it, and she came over there. And she moved her over and sat like right in between us. And I said, right. Are you serious?
Oh, wait, it gets worse. Oh my God. With little girls, it gets worse. Wait until she's about 13, 14 years old. She's not having it. Man, they sabotage without even knowing they're sabotaging. I did it. I did the same thing. It's just.
She done calmed down a lot.
You think until you get someone special. Someone that she knows is going to be around, that she can't like come and move the hand, someone that she knows, it'll start. So you just have to start buttering her up like right now.
Yeah, my daughter, something else, man. I'll be on the phone talking business, and she'll come. That's when she want to come and jump all on me when I'm talking business, and then I'm like, okay, baby, I'm on the phone. In a minute, she'll walk off. She'll come back. She jump on me again. I said, baby, just told you.
Look, that's starting
it. I'll call you right back. So when she came back the other day, she said, are you done yet?
Yeah. She's going to be a me.
The person on the other line, she said, I think I'm going to let you go.
Right.
Because you got a little boss.
But guess what?
There.
That turns into, I think we should break it off. Because your daughter.
I was talking business, but
no, I'm just saying that it'll kind of turn into like, it's just too much. And not saying that she will, but if she's attached like she is, it will.
Yeah,
especially if she think they all wrong for you. Like, no, daddy, that's not the one.
How are you with your son that you have now? Because you said one passed. You said one passed away, right? So does that make you a little more connected with your others? Like, are you
two passed away? I try to be connected and co-parent, but because of what I've been through,
right?
But the fact that they haven't gone through anything like that, they don't feel what I feel or see what I see. When I say, watch your surroundings, or don't go hang out at, this place, or when you have my son, can you not do this or that? They don't see the paranoia that I have because of certain things, because they never went through it. So they don't understand, and it makes me nervous, even in my relationship. If you go somewhere and I don't hear from you, it's not about being like insecure or thinking that you're up to no good. It's about like, are you safe? I haven't heard anything. It's different.
So that kind of like in the relationship you have, that kind of like, look, when you go somewhere, just call me that.
They understand now. Definitely, they understand now. they understand. They was around even when I went through it. They knew us as family. They knew us for many years, and they was around. But they understand now more than ever. Like in the beginning, they didn't understand. Like what's the what's so important? What's important is that, are you okay? Text me. Say I'm fine. I made it. I'm on my way back. Like, give people an account. And if people went through what I went through, they would do the same. Because it's important. When someone walk out the door, you don't think it's your last time speaking to them or seeing them alive. You don't think about that.
I would definitely people are products of their past. So whatever we go through,
it's true.
We become that.
That's true.
Whether it's good or whether it's bad.
Yeah.
We learn from it and we're aware of whatever we go through.
I think it's good because it definitely taught me to appreciate certain things that I didn't appreciate.
Yeah.
Because it made me aware that you literally can be sitting here 1 minute and gone the next. Yeah.
Life is short. Yeah, I tell people.
It is, really.
Every moment you need to enjoy and laugh as much as you can.
Yeah.
A lot of the negative stuff, I just don't even deal with negative people at all.
Yeah. You have to definitely surround yourself just differently. Just growing up, even if you have that person that's never really happy for you, and you call with good news and they're like, oh, all right. No, I don't want to call you ever again in life. You know what I'm saying? I want to call people that's going to be like, oh my God, yes, girl, you can do it. Let's do this. We got a plan. Those are all the people I want to be around. I don't want to be around a person that's complaining every day.
Right.
All day. Every time they call you, either they want money or they're complaining. And I don't have time.
So do you do any motivational speaking at all?
I have not. I haven't done any motivational speaking, but I have motivated people. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't done any motivational speaking like on a platform, but I am the friend that motivates my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they call me and they feeling bad or whatever, I'm always encouraging them in certain ways, single mothers, whatever it is. And so for me, even with the book, I discuss a lot of different things, what I went through as a child, rape, domestic. I went through the whole thing. So I don't think you have to be a life coach.
You went through all that as well?
I went through all that. And I don't think you have to be a life coach to speak about it because you actually experienced it. So it was part of your life. So you don't have to be a coach to coach people through something like that.
So have you ever thought about writing your own book? Or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm in the process of writing one. It's called Daddy Ties. Mm-hmm. As we were just talking about. Yeah, those ties. Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy ties. Mm-hmm. And why daddy ties?
Because I just feel like daddy is tied in so many more ways than he know to, especially his daughter. Maybe his sons too, but especially his daughter. And so us as daughters, we pull, yes, and we look for our father. If we have good fathers and we attach, we kind of find ourselves looking for that in men. We don't know it, but we kind of are like, oh, you know my dad? Not age wise, but just certain characters that you have that's like my dad. Or like I find myself like I need to write about it because I'm still at my age now having daddy issues. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't gotten over all of them. Like I was saying, I feel like I blamed his wife for a lot of things that I went through, and it wasn't her.
Right.
Yeah, it was him. So yeah.
Daddy time. I look forward to reading that.
Yeah.
So how are you in the process of writing it now?
Yes.
Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a slated release?
No release. Okay. It's something I've been working on, and I'm really taking my time with it. I don't want to rush it because it's more like journal. It's like journaling almost. Okay. But so I have to continue to put it in format, but it's almost like just kind of revisiting a lot of things that happened when I was growing up. And I sometimes think that if your dad or parent was around, a lot of things that happened to you probably wouldn't have happened. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you look to your parents to protect you. And my mom was there. But I'm just saying, my dad was not.
Yeah. And I think for a female, for a woman anyway, you look for your dad first because he's the man.
Fact.
Yeah, protection.
Fact.
Yeah.
And to teach you, I see a lot of men now. So they have their daughters and they take them out to get their nails done. I always think that's so cute, and I'm like, and I think it's a good thing because I think if a lot of men did it, then women won't look and think that if a man get your nails done, that's something big and spectacular. You don't give yourself to somebody because he got your nails done. And so I think it just teach you small little values that people miss. So if you go and you take her out to eat and buy her a nice dress and get her nails done, she knows this is what my daddy did. You know what I mean? She's used to it. It's not nothing that you can do to make me do something that I'm uncomfortable with because you gave me this or that.
Daddy do all these things for her. She won't expect that from the boy.
But she's gonna be knowing that she deserves it.
Right.
Not thinking that she has to actually give something up or away because somebody got your nails done. Like, she'll know that she deserves it.
So what's next for you? You got your book. Obviously, I didn't know about the book.
Yes, but the book right now is Women on the Rise on Access, and it's on Amazon right now. So the boutique, I'm working on a boutique, online boutique, and what else am I working on? I just shot the pilot for Silent Witness, and I am working on a docuseries.
And with all this going on, you raising children,
yes,
things like that.
That's the hardest job.
Yeah. You plan to have any more kids?
No, ma'am, not ever. I'm completely done. Yeah, completely done. That is by far the hardest job and the most fulfilling job.
It is.
Oh yeah.
It is. Raising children is a job.
Sure.
I love it.
I love it too.
Kids. I love taking care of them. I love it's something about when I'm having a hard day and I see my daughter, she's like, Daddy.
Yes, it is something about that. It is absolutely something about that. Because if ain't nobody happy to see you ever in life, they are happy to see you come home. And for me, I appreciate it so much. With Injustice, I have my son, he's skateboarding. He's out there, I'm always nervous for him. I think that we go through things that other people not going through right now with the injustice. My son, when he's out, I'm always calling his mom. I'm getting on his nerve. It's like, oh my God, don't call me one more time. He don't understand, but we have the talks all the time. When I call, you answer. Don't no voicemail. If I FaceTime, you FaceTime because I'm nervous. I'm always nervous about things happening. So you better answer this phone.
And that's with your son and your guys.
Yes, that's with anybody that I'm connected to that I love, and especially if they're black. If they're black men.
Because we have enough to deal with already. It's not even anytime if I ever get pulled over, I'm almost on pins and needles almost every time.
No, you should be. I think it's traumatic.
Yeah.
I think it's traumatic. We have watched literally live and live in color people get killed and murdered in front of our face, and why wouldn't you be traumatized? You're black. You fit the description. So your skin is black. That's all you need. And I got pulled over not long ago, and 2 Latino guys pulled up on me, and they said, "We're praying for you." I literally almost laughed, but I was like, "They're serious." I thought it was kind of like a joke at first. They pulled up on me, and I was on the phone. They pulled up on me. I'm like, "Huh?" They were like, "We're praying for you." I'm like, I'm not even doing, and I'm a female. Right. So if they thought that must be a horrible epidemic.
As every time I look at TV, a black person, black people getting killed all the time, and it's in the news for a quick second, then it's gone. Yep. Majority of the people that are getting taken for organs is black people.
Yep.
For sex slaves is black people.
Yep.
It's a testament to how powerful we are as people. Because no one wants to take people that are not valuable. And it tells me how valuable that we are as black people. because I look at a lot of Caucasian people, and they are getting tans to get darker, getting extensions to get longer, lip injections, all that kind of everything. And that is the state. That's what black women are. Like they, queens. Black people queens. Men are kings. We come from a long generation of kings and queens. And when people realize that and they get to know that, I think white people know that too. It's not a secret. It's not, when a black person have kids, I don't care if they white, Chinese, or whatever, that child is black.
No matter what.
No matter what the situation.
Yeah.
And that just shows
they're
how
mixed.
powerful
They got the skin.
Is
They're black in their eyes. I don't care if they're lighter than us. They're still black.
Right.
And I'm always nervous about stuff like that. Always. So I join forces. I'm always out there in the rallies and stuff like that. I do that as well, which I didn't mention. And Sean King recently reposted one of our rallies on his page. And so that was a proud moment because I'm like, okay, he recognized. So you go out and
rally too?
Yes. And I'm like, he recognized that and he put it still on his page. We were proud of that. So, I have sons. So I have to. And my son, my 9-year-old actually spoke at the rally. He led the rally. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now, how did that make you feel?
That is actually on Instagram. I didn't know he was going to do it. We got there and he's like, I want to say something. And then I raised my hand and gave him the mic. So he spoke. He said his little speech and he talked about injustice. He's talking about watching black men get killed. And I'm a black boy. I'm scared. So it was good. And he wound up leading the rally with the bullhorn and everything. So we all were behind him. So I was proud. But he's like that. He's a baby historian. He loves history and he knows about injustice. But it's scary that we have to have that conversation with our sons because nobody else has to have that conversation.
Right.
Except us. So.
My 7-year-old is in a predominantly white school and I had to have that. His mom was like, can you talk to him? Like, man,
you gotta have that conversation.
And I sat down with him and laid it down to him. And I said, do you understand what I'm saying to you?
I had to have it too. And my son, I'm like, you can be, because most of his friends are white or Latino, but I'm telling him, you're different.
Right.
If you guys, they want to go and do something crazy. If you happen to be in a car, it's okay for you to say, let me out.
Right.
I said, I don't care. You better hear my voice and get out because guess what? If you do something wrong, your skin color will convict you.
Right.
They might get off or whatever, but you will get convicted.
Yeah.
And it's a guarantee. So just don't do nothing crazy. And I always have the talks with them.
Wow.
You have to.
That is that's deep.
Oh yeah, it's deep but necessary. Deep.
And it's good to hear that he's speaking up. And, and that goes to show that as a mother, you're doing your thing.
It works. Yeah.
So we're about to wrap up the show here in a few minutes. I just wanted to thank you again for coming on the show. It has been.
I have to come back. I swear, it feels like we're in my living room. It does.
Well, that's why I like this because this is my first time doing it in this style.
Yeah.
So I'm used to the table, talking back and forth, but it's kind of comfortable.
Something about this,
it's more intimate.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
And you comfortable? You look like you're comfortable. All right, then. That's what I'm talking about. So on that note, let people know again how they can contact you, reach you.
You guys can follow me. I'm a part of Women on the Rise All Access on Instagram. You can follow me at The Brown Chick. That's TheBrownChic on Instagram and all social media platforms.
All right, then. And before we go, I just want to run this by you one more time.
Check? Oh.
Run this by time for an upcoming event, ITEE's Annual Youth Excellence Award Show that I'll be hosting on April 19th, 2020. It's formal attire, Port of Sanford Performing Arts Center. If you know kids that should be honored that are doing great in music, from singing, rapping, if they good in sports, if they speak, if they anything that they do. You know, we had a little boy who was a preacher. He was 9-year-old preacher.
Wow.
And he was amazing.
That's so good.
And we had little girls who own businesses.
Yes, I've been seeing a lot of that. Yes,
been going on a lot. One little girl did hair bows and stuff, and another little girl had a book. She was on her second one.
Yes, that's good.
And it was, it's just good to see children doing stuff. That's the kind of things that keep them in line and keep them focused and doing the right thing, and not out in the street acting.
I think our generation is doing an excellent job at that also.
Yeah,
as far as leading them to teach them to get LLCs and get some businesses going for themselves. I think we're doing a good job. Right.
So once again, ITEE's Annual Youth Excellence Award Show, April 19th, 2020. Formal attire at the Port of Sanford Performing Arts Center. Red carpet starts at 3. Get tickets at eventbrite.com/ITEE's Annual Youth Excellence Award Show 2020. If you know anyone who wants vendors, who wants to be a vendor, wants to help out behind the scenes, please have them contact me under Mr. Wardell Richardson at gmail.com or hit me in my inbox on social media under my name, Wardell Richardson, on Instagram or Facebook. Actually, I'm everywhere. Snapchat, anything you look up, LinkedIn, I'm all over the place. So just put my name in, I should come up. This has been an awesome show.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Hopefully
you for having me.
Because I know you working with Kathy. I'm going to have to bring Kathy in.
Yes,
you know she did some stuff last time.
Did she?
Oh, yeah. A lot of stuff she did.
We have to do that sometimes.
Yeah, we gonna get her back in here. So,
and then I
understand you came up in here.
You start getting that power, look.
Hey,
What?
You know.
I came in here what?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you came in here also with somebody who's been in the business for what, 25 years.
Oh yeah, you gotta get her too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get them both.
So you walk around with some powerful.
Yes, I try.
That's how you handle. That's how you do it, right?
I try.
Okay. Because she
empower me if nothing else. Empower me when I need you. When I call you, give me that what I need, and that's what they're supposed to be for, and that's what I'm for.
Yeah, but I have to roll my Penny Rogers, who's one of them powerful women up in here.
Oh yeah,
she connected all the way through the boy. She don't like me.
Boss lady.
She doing some crazy. She doing some amazing things herself.
Yes.
So I just want to say thank you again for coming. I enjoyed you. This is Wardell Richardson on WCEGwood, Hollywood of the South. We are signing out. See you next week, 6:30 on Thursday with my next couple who is doing big things in the theater. Producers, directors, writers. They are doing some amazing things. The Tiller Vision family. So be aware of that next week, Thursday, 6:30 to 8:30, and we out. Peace.